Hello and welcome back to the 9th video in the Lua learning series. In this video, I'll be going over functions. Functions allow you to reuse code instead of having to write it out again. They're pretty simple, but they're very useful. Okay, to start, create a script in workspace. And then remove the line, you know how it is. Functions are created very similarly to variables. We start off with local, but instead of giving it a name, we put function. And then we put parentheses. These parentheses are for parameters. Parameters are kind of like temporary variables that are created for use in the function. The parameters might make more sense when we run the function. So for this example, we can put in one named part. You can have multiple parameters if you want. You have to separate them with the comma. It's like separating elements in a table. But for now, let's just use one. After you've done that, write out the name. Okay, I've done this wrong. Write out the name before the parameters. There we go, that looks a little bit better. And then press enter. Okay, so how about we just change the color of the parameter given to us, and then print what the part is. We can do part.color is equal to color3.new. We can give it a teal color. And then we can print the part. Now we actually need parts to use this function, so let's just create some. Create two. And then I'm going to rename them so that we can reference them in the script. Local part1 is equal to workspace.part1. And then do the same thing for part 2. So here's where we can use our function. So you would call it like a normal variable, write it out, and then add 2 parentheses to the end of it, and then put the part that we want to change the color of into the function, into the parameters. So we'll do part 1, and then we can wait a little bit. Sure. And then we can do part 2. If we run the game, okay. Spelling error aside, if we run the game now, it happens very fast, but you can see that it changes the first part's color, and then changes the second part's color. Now this example isn't really useful here, but if we were changing a lot of properties, like the part size, maybe the, if you can touch it, it saves a lot of time rewriting this code for each and every part. Like I said at the beginning, it's just a more efficient way to organize your code. This actually works really well when getting the children of something. So functions are pretty simple on their own, but combined with events, they're powerful. I'll talk more about events in my next video. Goodbye.